Remy was arrested and the internet is going crazy. Really, Instagram might need a fire extinguisher. She was screaming, swinging, and snatching wigs, and then there were police sirens, flashing lights, and Remy thrown into the back of a squad car. It looks like the BET Awards after-party went horribly wrong. What did she say as she was put in handcuffs? "Claressa stole my life, woo. You're ready for this because this isn't just a fight. It's the season finale of Remy versus the world, and it might end with a jumpsuit rather than the cute Fashion Nova way." How did it all blow up? Did Remy really claw her way through 3 security guards and rip off Clarissa's wig and threaten her with the bottle of Ace of Spades, yelling, "You wanted my man, now you got war"? Was it jealousy, desperation, a delayed reaction to Claressa's Instagram captions? Or was this years of pain, betrayal, and heartbreak finally snapping like Ray's last nail? Stay right here because what we've uncovered will blow your mind, break your heart, and make you rethink every Instagram story Claressa ever posted. This is the breakdown before the breakdown, and we're taking you inside the drama, y'all. The Remy Ma versus Claressa Shield saga has officially entered criminal territory. And let's be messy as a $3 lace front in a thunderstorm. The tea is that Rahima and Papoose were hip-hop's power couple, Bonnie and Clyde, with bars. She did her bid, he held her down, love letters, jail calls, and all that romantic Rikers Island fantasy. This had been building like a bad BDL infection for months, and of course Mr. Caught in the Middle himself, Papoose. If you haven't been paying attention, let me tell you that this is real love. However, then comes Claressa Shields, the 2-time Olympic gold winner and unbeaten boxing champion who miraculously transitioned from striking people to supposedly snatching husbands. Rumors began with a blurry kick here, a side hug there, a suspicious birthday party, you know. But what really turned the streets upside down was that one video that was leaked by someone's messy cousin showed Papoose helping Claressa carry a baby gift into her new home at 2:1 a.m. in pajamas and a shell. Remy saw it all, including the comments, the memes, and the TikToks. And the internet doesn't play fair. One person even remixed the video and admitted that she was the supporting character in her own marriage. Ever after that became well known. There has been nothing but pandemonium as Remy has been making mysterious statements on Instagram Live, such as, "Loyalty doesn't come with instructions." Claressa posted mirror selfies with Papoose's favorite hoodie in the background, and Papoose was silent, which as we all know is code for guilty AF. But last night was the boiling point. Sources say Remy had been laying low, plotting her comeback both in the booth and in her marriage. She even did a podcast interview 2 weeks ago saying, "When it comes to my family, I don't play." Nobody understood that, according to an unnamed source. It wasn't a metaphor, but rather a direct warning. At around 10:48 p.m., Remy, Claressa's neighbor who hasn't stopped talking to TMZ since sunrise, pulled up to her opulent penthouse. She wasn't alone, though, as her cousin, stylist, and niece of her real-life parole officer were there to keep the peace. However, spoiler alert, the peace wasn't maintained. Remy arrived wearing an all-black hoodie and, yes, lashes looking, ready for battle and camera time. The doorbell camera footage hasn't been made public yet, but rumors have it that Remy knocked once. And when Claressa opened the door, he said, "What can we talk about?" A neighbor told reporters, "I thought it was a gas explosion. Then I heard someone yell, 'Not the Birkin.' And I knew, oh, it's Puma." Security attempted to step in, but child, have you ever tried separating a woman who just watched another chick steal her husband in her spotlight? Remy allegedly threw Claressa's phone in the fountain. Claressa, being the fighter that she is, apparently responded, "You left it out in the open, babe." Tried to smash a Crystal Award trophy, and this one is a wild corner. Claressa was in the kitchen and yelled, "You stole my life, now give it back." By this time, the building concierge had already called the police, and when the NYPD arrived, it was too late. Remy was still screaming, trying to climb over the kitchen island like it was a rap battle stage, with one eyelash hanging and one heel off. According to witnesses, Claressa was calm and bruised, sipping wine and whispering, "I told her this was bigger than both of us." Remy was brought out in handcuffs by the police, but not before she turned to the cameras and yelled, "You wanted the story? We're just getting started, but let's take a look at what was going on behind the scenes that led to this epic, cuff-worthy takedown and how the streets are responding to one of the biggest celebrity fights of the year." Now, listen, we could have stopped at the arrest and continued with our day, but this is Rama, and a simple mugshot wasn't enough for her story because the receipts began leaking literally minutes after she was taken away in cuffs, and according to sources, they are diabolical. In other words, that one cousin who unintentionally sent a screenshot to her close friend Remy had been collecting evidence of Claressa's guilt for weeks. Let's begin with the hacking DMs. It appears that Remy borrowed Papoos's second phone, which he claimed was for studio work only. After 5 attempts, Sis cracked the passcode, and inside we found screenshots that would have caused even the city girls to log off DMs between Claressa and Papoose, dating back to late 2023. You texted Claressa, sending pictures in Papoos's hoodie with the caption telling her it was mine now, and, worst of all, a voice message in which Papoose whispered, people have been experiencing secondhand betrayal through their screens, and as you are already aware, Twitter couldn't contain the hashtags Feremi, Ard Papapoos, and Nardar Papapoozid. Claressa Creependar is stole her life. One user tweeted, Remy went to jail twice for the same man. Somebody call Fix My Life immediately. Someone should take off Claressa's gloves because she is out here beating girls in and out of the ring. Another person wrote, it doesn't end. There, though, as Remy discovered bank statements in addition to DNS. Do you think these are authentic? It turns out that Papoose has been sending a lot of money to a business account called Shields Empire LLC, which sounds cute until you realize that the address linked to that account is the same building Claressa lives in. The account has been receiving monthly deposits labeled Child Support Advance. Wait, what child support advance? We don't even know if a baby exists yet, but Papoose was already putting payments on layaway. Oh, it's bad, according to a fake insider who used to do Claressa's nails. Apparently, Claressa has been involved in a much deeper relationship than anyone knew. To put it another way, social media has been brutal. Tokers are reenacting the fight with Party City wigs. YouTubers are uploading body language breakdowns. Of Ray's arrest footage, Claressa Sis posted a boomerang of herself sipping champagne with the caption, "Cheers to the truth finally winning," and Remy plans to move to Atlanta with Papoose. They allegedly chose a gated estate and even discussed starting a reality show called Power Couple. Rebuilt baby on Z's network. Concurrently, Ray's cousin, in an attempt to minimize the harm, the person who revealed the direct messages went live and declared, Ray isn't crazy, she's just passionate about what's hers. Ma'am, that's not helping at all. What really sent fans into a frenzy, though, was when Ray's official team released a voice memo that was recorded inside the police van hours after the arrest. Let me elaborate. Remy was visibly upset when she said, "You all want to cancel me for loving too hard. Cancel yourselves. I'll take my charge like a queen." And believe it or not, someone transformed it into a full-fledged concert by adding background piano. TikTok users are making depressing edits while All the Way Up plays in the background. Gen Z has no chill, but despite the jokes, memes, and Claressa's smug champagne toasts, something more profound is going on here because this isn't just a celebrity feud anymore, it's an emotional unraveling. Remy Ma, the woman who battled to rebuild her life, image, and brand after serving time in prison, is now witnessing it all fall apart once more, this time in public. One Reddit user perfectly captured how quickly Rooney's story went from redemption to tragedy, requiring a therapist rather than a court appearance. As all of this is happening, guess who has been utterly silent? That's right, Papoose has made no statements or denied anything. The fallout from this brawl isn't just viral, it's spiritual, and just when we thought it couldn't get any worse for Rima, the DA confirmed that yes, there will be legal repercussions beyond the fight. We're talking about investigations, potential charges, and a lot of public scrutiny. Leo got it wrong by simply hiding like it's witness protection, but don't worry, we found out where he is. Let's just say that the fact that he was spotted in Detroit of all places is raising some very intriguing questions. Prosecutors officially confirmed they are filing charges against Rima this morning, and it's not just for assault. They've hit her with 3 misdemeanors, 1 felony, and a restraining order so strict she can't even like Claressa's pictures by accident. The charges include third-degree assault, allegedly for throwing a wine bottle at Claressa's head, destruction of property, malicious trespass, and the big one, intent to cause public harm. This isn't Love and Hip Hop, this is Law and Order BX Unit. According to courtroom insiders, EKA, a paralegal who went live on TikTok during the arraignment, Remy entered the room completely unconcerned, wearing a fitted camel trench coat, oversized sunglasses, and Dior slides. Yes, slides in court. And when the judge read out the charges, she grinned and remarked, "I've heard worse bars in a battle rap." As the room gasped, Claressa's appearance to decline to testify was the most widely shared moment of all. When Remy turned to face her witnesses, she mouthed the words, "You're still obsessed," while Sis was seated in the second row, her arms crossed, looking smug, much like in her previous Instagram picture. Fans are calling BS after a blurry photo of someone who looks a lot like Papoose at a Detroit sushi bar surfaced, indicating that he is still in Detroit allegedly working on a documentary, but security literally had to move their position at that point because people thought another fight might break out inside the courtroom. Reddit already has a 32-slide PowerPoint called Papoose Ain't Never Been Papoose, a timeline of deception, and the internet had questions and theories about the woman who was definitely not Remy or Claressa. As the world jokes, Remy Ma's team is in full-on damage control mode, releasing a vague statement blaming emotional distress, betrayal, and compounded trauma for her actions. They also confirmed that Remy has voluntarily checked into a wellness retreat in upstate New York, meaning she's hiding from the cameras while her lawyers figure out how to turn this into a comeback tour. However, this is where the real plot twist occurs. An anonymous source from the Bronx Days office reveals claims that additional charges may be forthcoming, not only for the physical altercation, but also for alleged intimidation tactics Remy used prior to the altercation. It appears that in the weeks preceding the incident, Claressa received 2 anonymous letters, both handwritten and threatening, and the paper used matches a notebook Remy was seen holding in a previous vlog. Now, I'm not saying that Ray is pulling a full-blown Netflix series move, but this isn't looking good. Despite all of this backlash, the court drama, and the memes, some fans are still writing for Remy. A new wave of Remy did nothing wrong merchandise is circulating online, and one TikTok creator even initiated the free Remy challenge. When users exclaim in dramatic fashion, "She took my liffy," it's a huge trend in public spaces, but Claressa is out there living her best soft life by posting spa selfies, workout montages, and cryptic captions like, "Peace is expensive but worth every penny." Sis is glowing like she just dodged the lawsuit, which honestly she might have, but let's be real, nobody's truly winning here. Remy is facing possible jail time again, her career is on the brink, her marriage is shaky at best, and Claressa, well, she's attracting attention, but people are already referring to her as a career record in the comment sections, even making brands uneasy about a luxury hair extension. The company recently fired Remy as a brand ambassador, and Claressa's relationship with the fitness app was put on hold while they reviewed Papoose. We still don't know what he's doing, likely writing bars that no one requested, but we do know that this drama has officially gone beyond cheating and power struggles, and we're now in the midst of emotional warfare, legal disputes, and public outbursts. The last question on everyone's mind is what will happen next? Will Remy return, as she always does, with a freestyle and a tell-all podcast? Will Claressa release a documentary titled, "I Never Stole Anything That Wasn't Given"? Will Papoose ever show up again, or is he somewhere writing apology letters to both? Women, this is no longer just celebrity rumors. It's a warning and a front row seat to a full-blown breakdown from courtrooms to red carpets, from Instagram captions to mugshots, and the Remy Claressa Shields Papoose triangle has officially reached Greek tragedy levels of betrayal, brawls, burner phones, and a whole lot of broken trust. We still don't have the whole story, or do we? Because if Claressa truly didn't want this smoke, why did she appear in court dressed like it was Fashion Week? If Remy was the craziness, why did she have DMs, receipts, and timestamps prepared like a PowerPoint presentation? And most importantly, where the hell is Papoose? And why is he acting like this is a missing person? We need answers, we need healing, and someone needs to say, this was all for a reality show. But until that happens, you already know that we're going to be stuck in this mess, so leave your theories in the comments section. Was Remy justified? Was Claressa the victim or the villain? Should Papoose be quietly banished or publicly dragged? Like the video to see more chaos. And stay tuned because with this crew, the story never ends. This is the Gossip Spill vibe, where the drama is. There's always a microphone.